Hi there, my name is Kyana and today I will be doing a review of the different accommodation options available to you while you study at Bournemouth University. So in my first year I lived at Student Village and this was on Talbot campus. It was really great because I could roll out of bed in the morning and get to class within 5 minutes. And it was really quiet, so if you're somebody who likes it being quiet and sort of an easy place to concentrate, then I definitely recommend that to you. There is also the opportunity to use the library because it's really close by, so I used to go and study there sometimes till really late in the evening and then come home. Because it was sort of a house, it was a little bit more cozy as well, and I had 5 other housemates I think, and it was just really nice to have a balance. In my second year of university I lived at Unilet, and this was because I was a resident assistant at the time, but Unilet are basically separate houses that are spread out across Bournemouth. Again, it was really quiet because it wasn't really close by to other students, but it was still within close enough range that I could go see my friends as well. Where I was based was in Charminster, and this was sort of kind of near Lansdowne, which is where all of the other accommodation options are. Unilet was also really great because it was a house, and the way that it was managed was by the university, but it was a landlord that worked alongside the university, and this meant that any issues that arose we were able to speak to the accommodation team and get that sorted really quickly too. In my third year of university I was on my placement year and I lived in a privately rented room with a landlord in Billingshurst where my placement was based. It was really easy to find this because I just went on spareroom.com and just kind of found people in the area. I was kind of in the middle of nowhere, so it was a little bit more difficult, but I do know that there are other ways that you can find accommodation if, for example, if you have your placement in London or Manchester or anywhere in the UK. So I lived with my landlord, who was also my housemate, and it was really great because it was quiet again, but it gave me the opportunity to explore different places and I got to know different people through her. In my final year of university I lived at Lyme Regis house, and this is based in Lansdowne. It is a massive building with I think about 400 to 500 students. There are studio options available, but there are also ensuite rooms. It was really great to have my own bathroom and my own shower. It was in sort of Lansdowne, which is kind of the center of the second campus of Bournemouth University, which was also great because it meant that I could step outside and I can go meet other people who were on my course as well. It was also really close to the old fire station, which is the student union club, and I was able to go in there during the day, get a drink, sort of study, and then in the evening on Fridays they have a event that they put on there. So now I'm in my master's degree and I currently live in privately rented accommodation. I previously lived in a studio, but now I've moved out and I live with housemates. I think I sort of had both ends of the spectrum, so I lived in a studio and it kind of gave me a lot of my independence. But towards the end of my first semester and starting my second semester, I decided I wanted to live with housemates again because it gave me a different environment where I was able to interact with other people. I also live with one of my course mates now, which is great because I'm able to study with her, but we're also able to sort of step away from our studies and go adventure a little bit. So the studio was based in Westcliff, which is sort of in between Bournemouth Town Centre and Westbourne. It was great because it was close to both ends and I was able to go into the town centre whenever I needed something, and I was also able to go into Westbourne where there were loads of charity shops where I did some of my volunteering over the summer. Now I live in the town centre, which is also great because I'm sort of closer to everything again. It's really close to bus routes, and there are so many different options of accommodation in Bournemouth that you will always find a place to stay. The thing about Bournemouth is that it is a sort of student university town. We have Bournemouth University, the Arts University, and we also have Bournemouth and Poole College. So there are loads of different students around in the area, and this also means that estate agents and landlords, they are looking for students. You can also contact the lettings team at the university, and they are called Lettings BU, and they're also really helpful for if you want to find a house or if you have friends that you want to be housemates with and you want to find a property. They're always advertising stuff on their Instagram, but also you can find out more information about accommodation on the website. If you would like any advice on absolutely anything else, be sure to check out the blogs and vlogs from other Bournemouth University students.